Shalom. This is Shalimar from the Great Millstone Atlanta Church. Before I get started in this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, the Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, safety, much love, and blessings to the elect of Israel. And I just want to go into today how we are living out our judgment. And when I say that, I'm talking about what we did in our previous lives. You know, what we did when we was here before. Because, you know, whether you want to believe it or not, everyone is reincarnated. You know, spirits are recycled. I did a lesson a while back, probably a year or two ago, saying going into spirits are recycled. You know, the Lord, He'll bring you on earth, put you in the body as a embryo, you know, put you in the womb of a woman, and you grow into a fetus and come out as a baby. And, you know, you live that life based on, you know, how you was born, the type of life you live, the things that you go through. It's based off of who you was before. And it makes perfect sense. And, you know, growing up, we thought that, you know, what Christianity teaches us, we thought that, you know, we're here, we're born, you know, our spirit is created as we grow, you know, and we are who we turn out to be. And then you die and you get judged after your death, and you either go to heaven or you go to hell, which is totally incorrect. It's totally off. And it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You know, just think of how many, not even trillions, just trillion times trillions of souls that's been here since day one. You mean to tell me that you have that many people in heaven and in hell, that many souls? That makes no sense. The Lord has a set amount of spirits that He made, and they're recycled. So I'm just going to go into some examples of that. But, you know, people are ignorant. They don't know. They don't, you know, they basically go off of what they were, you know, what they were taught coming up, growing up, and you know, that's pretty much it. But, you know, the Lord gave certain men and women the knowledge, gave men the knowledge, you know, and also to teach the women and children, you know, of the truth. And, you know, but still, some people don't want to hear it. Even if you read it to them, they don't want to hear it. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "For the ungodly say reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave," which, I mean, that has happened a few times. Even today, you have people that woke up at their funeral. You know, people were pronounced dead, and next thing you know, they back alive, and no one can explain it. But yeah, you know, no one can explain it. I mean, it's happened. It's happened in the scriptures, and it happened. You know, it's happening recently, where people are coming back from being pronounced dead. It says, "For we are born at all adventure. We shall be hereafter as though we had never been." Now, this is talking about how the ungodly, how they think and what they talk about. And they always tell you, you only live once. That's what they call it, YOLO. You only live once. You don't live once, you live over and over and over again. It says, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been, for the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being exhausted, our body shall be returned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as soft air. Which is, your spirit goes back to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. He judges you, puts you to sleep, or you sleep, and, during that judgment, however he see it fit that you come back to earth, that's going to be based off of what you did in your last life. And that's pretty, if you think about it, that's pretty scary. Like, even now, I fear that I might have did something wrong in my last life, and I could get judged for it now. The Lord is like that. He could take somebody that was a total straight up demon in their last life, bring them back to earth, and they have a perfect life. Not saying that I had a perfect life. My life was far from perfect. My health is far from perfect. So I know I'm living out. I wasn't 100% in my last life. So as a matter of fact, it's a few people. That's especially in the truth. They have ailments that they were born with, and we have to accept that it's judgment from the Lord. So it also that also puts fear in us. So this time we want to get it right. And as a matter of fact, this time we so close to the end. If we make it, Lord's willing, we make it. The Lord keep us safe until the time of his return. We're going to live forever in the kingdom. And that was my last lesson I did, how you going to live forever in the kingdom. But this time, if you die, you're going to come back in the kingdom, because we're so close. Or it's still children being born. They could have been from, for example, perfect example. I have a younger brother. He don't have any children, but no. I put it like this: my father's father, he passed away before I was born, so I could very well be my father's father. He passed away. He brought him. I came back through his grandson's loins, and I was, put back on earth. That's how the Lord works. Or another example, my dad's dad passed away in the 90s, and I had a son that was born in 2000, which could have been my dad's dad. So the Lord probably put him to sleep for, about 6 years or so, and brought him back. That's just how it works. But I'm gonna continue to read. It says, "And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance." Now that actually, that's kind of true unless you make a name for yourself in this world. Other than that, a lot of times your name is forgotten. But it says, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed in the mist, as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. So this is like it says, this is what the ungodly, how they think and how they talk. They don't know that what you're doing is being watched. Even if you think you're getting away with it, you're not getting away with it. Now, if this was, a few years ago, you know, this would be more relevant, because this time around, by us being so close to the end, to the kingdom, those that died this time, they're probably just going to come back in the kingdom. Of course, we don't know the day or time when the Lord is going to, make his return, but we do see what's going on. The Lord gave us hints of when he was going to return, and things is going to be going on. And those things have been going on for a while now, and we're just looking for the worst, which is going to be the best situation, because we're going to be out of here real soon, based off of what happens next, or how bad it's going to get. So I'm gonna get some more scriptures on this topic. First, let me get this, because this is going to make the whole thing make sense. Exodus chapter 34 and verse 7. It says, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty. So if just to kind of get some understanding in that, the Lord he's very merciful. He'll forgive your iniquities and your sins, but it's still there. You can ask for forgiveness, the Lord will forgive you, and you turn around and keep screwing up. He's gonna make it part of your judgment. It says, visit the iniquity of the fathers upon the children. Listen to this: visit the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, and upon the children's children, unto the third and to the fourth generation. So he can judge you. He can judge you based off of what you did in your last life. And that's another reason why, people would need to respect their children. That grandmother or that great grandfather that you love so much, and he passed away, and you grew up and had a child, had a son, that could be your great grandfather. So that's why it's important for us to, teach our children a certain way, love them a certain way, because, we're those are the same spirits that were here. I'm gonna get a couple of scriptures in Ecclesiastes. I'm just gonna read chapter 1, and I think it's verse 10. It says, is there anything, it's Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It had been already of old time, which was before us. There is no more remembrance of the former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of the things that are to come with those that shall come after. And that's talking about men. That's talking about spirits. Men, women, and children. So you may see a lot of times a child is born, and next thing you know, they get hit by a stray bullet, Well, that was judgment from the last lifetime. And then they're going to come right back. Or children born with stuff wrong with them, different birth defects and all of that. Born with different diseases. Hey, that's judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Going back to what I was reading in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, how it said that, you pretty much your body turned into dust and your spirit just fades away in the wind. That's, I'm gonna get that too. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 7, it says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahweh who gave it. So the Most High gave you the spirit. When you die, your spirit is going to go right back to him. Why? So he can judge you. Yeah, so, like I said, this go around, a lot of people that's dying now, they're just going to come back in the kingdom. If you're a heathen and you make it to see 101 years old and you pass away, you might have had money, you might have been wicked your whole life. Especially I see a lot of old Edomites. That were rich and just wicked as hell, just mean ass men. Nobody really deals with them. They only deal with them because they got money. It's a lot of so-called white people that's here right now, just like that, and they live a long and happy life. Still being a damn demon to the end, and they pass away. When they come back, they're gonna come back in the kingdom, in our kingdom. And that's gonna be their slavery. Gonna come back as you died as a super rich man, you had all these great lives and all of that, and then when you come back, you got to serve 1,000 years of slavery. That's some serious judgment. But the Lord don't really care about these heathens like that. It's he only cares about his chosen people, which is Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So it's really us who really needs to take heed to what the Lord can do to us. Like I said, the Lord can judge you. That's why you have to keep asking for forgiveness. Because it could have been something that you did, like I said, prior to this life. You get this truth, you make it all the way to the end, and then something happened to you. I believe it's in the book of Job. It says, no one dies being innocent. So you're not innocent. I'm going to get one more scripture, and I'm going to end it in John chapter 9, St. John. Chapter 9 and verse 2. It says, I'm gonna read from the top, verse 1. It says, and Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth, and his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? So how could this man sin if he wasn't even, if he was born like this? He had to sin in his past life for him to come back born blind. That was judgment. And back then people understood how judgment worked. But now you got those Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 spirits. That's why people act the way they do and do things, and just pretty much don't care about their spirits. You know, they trying to do just enough to make it to heaven, which is completely incorrect from what's actually written about heaven and the things that we're about to you know in basically the kingdom that's about to come. People think that that's actually the kingdom. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I pray that this was edifying, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakak Wadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us his truth. Shalom to the elect.